Jixie here and welcome to another Jixie Diary. Hej och välkommen till en Jixie Diary. Today is a very special day for many reasons. First of which is that it is Dia de los Muertos, which is the Mexican Day of the Dead. And so that's why I'm dressed in this rather fetching Mexican dress with my makeup all spooshy. And I have the sugar skull earrings here, and the sugar skulls back there, and there are some, there's marigolds everywhere, just like literally everywhere. You can't see them, they're not in frame, but yeah. So basically, to explain a little bit about Dia de los Muertos, if you don't know, if you're Mexican, hello! But if you're not Mexican, then I don't know if you know, or maybe if you watched Coco, the movie, the Disney movie, which explains all about that. And if you have watched Coco, then you should watch it again because it's Dia de los Muertos. It's the perfect time. So yeah, it's basically a Mexican tradition of kind of celebrating dead relatives and friends, and kind of telling stories about them, sort of celebrating them, making lots of food. That's an important part. And kind of just Mexicans believe, at least this is my understanding, I could be wrong, if there's any Mexicans that, Mexican peoples that disagree with that, then please let me know and I shall correct this video. But yeah, in Mexican tradition, they make like food and they kind of celebrate the people that they have passed on, and they kind of believe that the people that that have passed on, they come back and spend this day with. Well, it's 2 days actually. It's November the 1st and November the 2nd are both Dia de los Muertos. So days of the dead, not day of the dead, but days of the dead. So yeah, and they believe that the people that we love come back and can spend the day with us. And so it's kind of nice. It's like a celebration of getting to see them again, getting to spend time with them again. And even though you don't know that they're there, you can tell them things and they can see you and kind of like, just spend the day with you. And I think that's a really lovely idea, especially at the moment with COVID being, the way that it is. And England is just, Britain in general has gone on to second lockdown. So we are fully locked down again. Yay, joyous. I think that it's important to find celebrations wherever you can. Find things to celebrate wherever you can. And this is just a really lovely thing to celebrate. So, yeah, I'm celebrating that today along with Jinx, and also along with a few other friends, which, is brilliant. I'm gonna really enjoy that. But today, also, another reason why it's a special day is that I'm here with you doing a review, another game review, which is rare, and trying to get, this to be more of a regular thing, but because I only can play so many games due to my sight issues, it's kind of dependent on that. So today I am reviewing a current game that I'm rather obsessed with, that I'm literally playing for hours and hours and hours at a time, and one that literally everyone can play, and is so flexible. And that game is Minecraft! I love Minecraft! If you don't love Minecraft, what is wrong with you? Seriously, I want to know, what is wrong with you? I'm messing. So the thing about Minecraft, I usually play it on creative mode, but some people like to play it on survival mode. So there's two modes, and I'll explain a bit about survival mode, even though I don't really use that mode, so I can't really, most of what I'm going to be describing is going to be creative mode. So, and it won't be a terribly long review. I'll probably explain some of the things that I've done on Minecraft, which I've deleted, so I won't be able to show you pictures of. But yeah, I can review it anyway from the point of view of a visually impaired person. And when I talk about Minecraft, also I will be talking about the older edition, since I know that they've released a newer edition, but even though it's kind of audio described, it was a little complicated. And so I you know, and also I'm not really good with change because of my autism, so I like to stick with what I know, and once I've found my way around something and know all the ins and outs of a thing, I kind of like to stick with it for a while. So I probably, you know, will be forced onto the newer edition at some point, but for the moment I'm on the older one. So yeah, creative mode, older edition. I will probably, like, as I say, be forced onto the newer edition at some point. At which point I will then review that. But for the moment, it's the older edition. I'm sorry. It's just the way that it is. You know, autism and my sight issues combined to make gaming a little tough for this person, for me, Jixie. So yeah, but anyway, right, so, survival mode, it's kind of, it depends, really. Like, I think that if you're kind of into, like, more, like, kind of fighting, and kind of, like, you know, they have these monsters, like, zombies, and endermen, and, like, these spiders, and you can fight them, and you can kind of fight them with, like, whatever you can. You have to make everything. You can't just, like, pick up stuff from the creative menu and just, like, use it. You have to craft everything that you have. So basically, yeah, everything is kind of, you have to work at it. You have to kind of, like, it takes ages to chop down trees. It takes ages to kind of, like, you know, like, basically craft everything. You literally have to craft everything that you have in your like, kind of arsenal. So everything that you build with, everything that you fight with, everything that you also have to think about eating as well, I believe, like, that you can, you know, like, food. So that's, you know, you tummy rumbles, I believe. I've not played really creative, I've not played survival mode much. I put it on by accident, and then was kind of bored by, like, the fact that you just couldn't do anything. You had to, like, literally just, like, keep hammering with your little hand until you, like, crafted enough things, and I was like, this is so boring, I just want to create stuff. So I didn't spend a lot of time on survival mode. However, it's apparently good for the, you know, those who want to kind of, like, who kind of like the adrenaline rush of, like, fighting unusual creatures and kind of crafting things from scratch, and I don't have the patience for that. I just want to be creating stuff. I love creative mode, so I'm going to switch over to creative mode because I really don't have much to say about survival mode, except for you can die in survival mode, and in creative mode you cannot, which, again, I love because I'm always falling off stuff. So that aside, yeah, so I love creating things. I've created a vast array of things. I like to create, you know, houses. I've created more houses than I know what to do with. So, I mean, if you don't know about Minecraft, I probably should discuss Minecraft and its, you know, what it's about, what it actually is. And the concept is very simple and also very genius, because everything in Minecraft is simplified into blocks. Square, like, cuboid blocks, basically. You know, so there's, like, grass blocks and stone blocks, and they're all basically in the shape of cubes. And there are things that aren't always in the shape of cubes, like fences, for example, but they all fit into one square cube space. You know, so it's you know, everything you build is in squares, is, like, has a cube shaped space that it, like, even, like, things like stone buttons, which are, like, these little tiny things, you can't put more than one stone button in one square. So, you know, everything takes up a square, no matter how small it is. It takes up a cube. I've done this twice now. You know what a cube looks like. But if you don't know what a cube looks like, I should put a picture of it. Sorry. Yeah, so everything is very simplified into blocks. But despite that, the complexity of everything that you can build is insane. And there are, like, several, like, little equipment things that you can have. Like there are chests where you can store so many things. There are looms where you can build like banners, and I don't know what else you can build. I have no idea what else you can build with looms, but because I've never used them before, except for banners. So I mean, I'm assuming you can build like clothes or something with looms, but I mean, I don't know. If you do know, I mean, it probably won't have a comment section this at all. But yeah, so I mean, but you can contact me in myriad of ways, which I'll put in the description box down below. It's down there. Yeah, so if you do know what else a loom can do, I really need to know, because I'm sure there are things about Minecraft that I haven't even discovered yet. I mean, I'm getting pretty good at building stuff. So I built houses. A couple of days ago, I built a huge library, which was like 30 by 30 floor, and then had 3 stories, which was huge, absolutely huge, biggest library in the world, I think. Lots and lots of books. Can you just even imagine how many books that would hold? Wow, it was massive. And I just want to kind of be there so I can read all of them, and write a few as well, you know, just to fill it up. And it had like little comfy chairs. I'm looking at so many YouTube tutorials for things on Minecraft, and a lot of the tutorials I am seeing are blowing my brain. I'm in awe of how creative people can be. I thought I was creative, but there are many people that are much more creative than I am. And so, yeah, I mean, there's so many tutorials. Pretty much anything that you can dream of, you can create in Minecraft. I created a whole village once, which took me forever. And then I ended up deleting it because I got bored of it. And I get bored of things a lot and then delete them. I probably shouldn't, but I like keeping sort of keeping lots of space on in Minecraft. I don't like cluttering it up with a whole bunches of worlds that I never really visit. Yeah, I mean, as from the point of view of a visually impaired person, which is after all what I do, this is like what I'm trying to sort of do more of, is reviewing games from the point of view of a visually impaired person. I mean, the great thing about it is that it's blocks, so like there's no small details that you kind of need to like be able to see. Like, everything is it's very simple, and I can see everything, which is brilliant. I mean, obviously, that's another reason why I don't go on survival mode, is that I can't see if enemies are coming up. I can't see if there's like an enderman or a zombie or a skeleton that's like 5 meters away, and I through a tree, through the trees, and it's after me. I can't see that. So I mean, and to be honest, fighting games, I've never been able to play for that reason, that I can never see when, there's like a fighter to my right, and it's, I can never like see. So I always end up losing, and then I get frustrated, and then I chuck my PlayStation controller across the room, and then it breaks, and then I cry, and then, So, yeah, I mean, that's why I do some creative mode, because, you just left to create. And whatever is in your little brain, you can basically put it, I mean, obviously, in block form. But, I think that it makes you more creative, because you have to try and find ways to translate what's in your brain into the form of blocks. And you can create, literally create anything. And I'm finding more ways and new ways to create new things every day. So, I mean, it's a brilliant game for that. I mean, like I say, I use the older one, and the menu is very, it's really easy to use. It's all grey, and it's kind of with black writing. So it's really, really easy to sort of, and it's well signposted, so like what controllers take you where. and everything is either in it's black background with yellow writing, or grey background with black writing, or it's really easy to see the menus. And the most frustrating thing, oh my gosh, the most frustrating thing about Minecraft in game is the bloomin' tradesman. If anyone knows how to turn the tradesman off, because I have tried. I hate the sound of villagers. The villagers, they make the sound and then so they always they make these horrible calm down, Jixie. So yeah, no, I hate the sound of the villagers make my voice, my face, and then the llamas that they have 2 llamas. Which, why do they need 2 llamas? Why is there a tradesman with 2 llamas? If anyone knows, please tell me. And they have 2 llamas, and the sound that the llamas make is like, I can't make the noise, but I can't make the noise. It's like, I can't make it. But they also make this kind of like snorting sound, which literally sounds like a guy spitting up phlegm. Like I can't do it because it's gross. But yeah, it literally sounds like that. And so all I hear is and then like the sound of some guy spitting up phlegm. And it's not a pleasant sound, and I don't see why they even need to be there, because why do you need to trade when you literally have creative mode and you can literally pick up anything off the creative menu? So why do you need to trade? If you were in survival mode, I could definitely understand it. It might even be useful. But in creative mode, why do you need them? All they do is just stand there when you're trying to get past them and like to build things, make horrible noises. And just they're horrible. They serve no purpose at all. I've tried everything that I can to get rid of them. And then once I couldn't find a way to get rid of them off of the menu, I then turned to more brutal ways of getting rid of them, like pushing them off cliffs, for example, or like I built a castle in the sky. And they appeared on the roof of it. So like even when you build things underwater, or like in the sky, they still find ways to like be right there, like right next to you. They're like right there. So anyway, they were on the roof of my beautiful castle. So I was there like chilling in the clouds, and all I heard was and I was like, why? So I hit the llamas until they fell off the roof, and then I hit the guy until it fell off, and they fell down to the ground, and I was like, yes! Finally the tradesman is gone! And then 5 minutes later, they were back. So, then I was like, right, so I can't push them off things. Can I trap them in things? So then I basically built a fence all the way around them, so to trap them. And that didn't help matters, because they were still trapped, but then they just sent another one. So then there was like 2 tradesmen. And I was like, why? Why must you do this, Minecraft? Why? So anyway, I mean, I've tried everything to get rid of the tradesmen. If you know how to get rid of them, please tell me. I'm losing the will to live. Please tell me. I just need to know. Please. So yeah, I hate the tradesmen with a passion. It's the most frustrating part of the game. But I love the animals that inhabit the game. My personal favourites, I really love pandas. I think they're absolutely adorable. They make absolutely adorable sounds. Yeah, so I love pandas, I love polar bears, and I love parrots. They're adorable too. And what else do I love? I love the cats. I could take or leave the rabbits. They're okay. But, I don't know. I mean, what I love about the rabbits is that you can, when you're in like a deserty environment, they're kind of like sandy coloured, which is cool. so they kind of blend in with the kind of desert. And then when you're in a snowy environment, they're white. And so, you know, it's kind of cool that, you know, like even when you spawn them, you know, if you spawn them in a desert, they're desert colored, and if you spawn them in the snow, they're white. So like, you know, it's kind of cool that they, you know, change according to the environment. I love snowy environments. I love snow in general. I love snow for realsies. Um, I love snow, but I love the snow in Minecraft. I one of my favorite worlds that I'd ever built was like just like a water. It was like ocean. It was just a water world, but it was like freezing cold ocean, and it had like these icebergs, and I absolutely just loved the icebergs, because like I just like would like um I built like a cave in one of them, and then like, you know, kind of had like a little, and the sea started to freeze, so then you were left with this like big kind of like ice flat thing with like sea underneath of it. um and then, you know, so I it was kind of cool, and I built myself a little campfire outside of it and pretended to like roast marshmallows and sausages and things. So it was kind of cool. I love ice. I love ice. I do. um Ice is brilliant. I love that you can, to digress, I love that ice has several different forms. You can get clear ice, and then you can get like opaque ice, and then you can get like really kind of rough ice, and then you can get really smooth ice, and then you can get icicles, which are like, you know, just kind of really delicate looking. You know what? Actually, I just really tangented, didn't I? Sorry. Yeah, that might be edited out. Never mind. But yeah, I love ice. So, and what else are the worlds have I created that I really enjoyed? Um, my village that I created, that was in a snowy environment. Um, and it was kind of nice, you know, like having kind of like these little cute villages, and then they had like these, I alternated between red and blue roofs, and then they'd all get peppered with snow, and it was really beautiful. It was like really Christmassy. I think I created it last Christmas actually, and I called it Winter Haven. Oh, there was Winter Haven, and then I created another. I built a train station and a little train, and it then there was another town that was called Winter's Keep, and I created a whole history of it. Like, you know, like there was a battle. There was the Battle of Winter's Keep, and then the town was created on the site of the battlefield. And then there was going to be Winter Vale, I think, as well. I didn't get a chance to build it before I deleted it. Um, I think I built houses for everyone that I love, basically. And then, like so many people, when I came back to it, weren't in my life anymore. I just kind of thought, oh, well, you know, I'll build a new one, never mind. So, yeah. But yeah, I love Minecraft for how easy it is to navigate. I will try at some point the new editions. But yeah, Minecraft is a really good game for visually impaired people. I really wish there was more brilliant games for visually impaired people, but I think that the majority of gamers wouldn't like it because you know, they would find it boring, I suppose. Although Minecraft isn't boring, but I think more games should have like a creative mode and a survival mode like Minecraft does. Kind of to allow for two different types of gameplay. Those that really want something a bit fast paced, and those that want something a bit creative. I think that it's important to have, like, you know, games like that that can, you know, attract so many different people, so many different types of people. And so yeah, I mean, um, I guess that's basically it. I can't think of anything else. Talked about the animals, talked about, you know, creation in general. Um, creation of anything, it can take, depending on how good your building skills, it can take a while, but it's so worthwhile when you step back and look at something and kind of see how much you've built and what you've created. And my builds are kind of limited because I like everything to be symmetrical. Everything must be symmetrical. So all of my builds are very. I'm a weird person about symmetry. I love symmetry, so everything must be symmetrical. The windows must be exactly the same squares apart, you know. So I tie myself up into knots, trying to make everything spaced out symmetrically. And so yeah, I mean, maybe you like things that aren't symmetrical. Maybe you like. I think the most unsymmetrical build I've ever built was as part of a tutorial that I saw on YouTube about a cube house, which if I can find it again, I will link down below. And so I built this cube house and like purposefully kind of built it like a little haphazardly, because that's the whole point of the cube house. That it basically looks like these like 4 cubes balanced on top of each other, you know, in kind of a really sort of haphazard way. And I thought that was really, really cute. So I built that, and it was good. And one of the things that I love to do is build like sort of fantasy looking worlds. So you can go into, if you want like a super flat, they call it a super flat world, which is basically just like flatness. There's no like mountains or hills or anything, or trees even, to kind of break it up. So it's just like it's just a flat expanse, and you can literally build anything on it. But I love to go into and customize super flats. And so I instead of having sand, like I will make a desert, but instead of having sand, I will get concrete powder in like, say, like pink or purple or blue or something. So it's literally like got blue, like looking like sand. It looks like sand, but it's concrete powder. You can just pretend it's sand. So you can have literally a world with like blue sky and clouds and everything, but like pink sand. So one time I created this, like, I think I created the cube house in a land which had pink sand. I'm pretty sure I did that. And then I created a big bamboo grove outside of it. Bamboo doesn't grow, like if you want to plant stuff, you have to kind of put dirt underneath it because it won't grow in concrete powder, which sucks. Minecraft fixed that because it needs to. Yeah, so I created a bamboo grove outside, and then I created like this whole like colony of pandas, and then I made them all love me. I mean that in not a rude way. I mean, you can if you feed them bamboo like a certain amount, they have hearts that come out of their heads, and then that means that they're kind of like tamed. They're your pets. That sounds so rude. I'm sorry. This is not meant for children. Sorry. Right. Okay. Be clean, Jixie. Come on. Keep it clean, brain. So anyway, right. Yeah, so I made them all kind of my pets, and then I made them all have cubs, and it was cute. I love panda cubs so much. They're just so cute. And so yeah, that was one of my favourite worlds that I made. But I never stick with it long enough, because then once I have like a clear idea of what I need to build in my head, and then once I've built it, I'm like, okay, built it now, right? Moving on to the next thing, new inspiration, completely different world, and then so yeah, it just I did actually once build like a sort of a modern city. I even built an airport, and it was brilliant. It was really realistic looking. I even had little desks for the different airlines so you can queue up, and I had a little cafe so that you can sit and wait for your plane. And I had like what else did I have? A little gate, a little check-in gate, and one of those little the little corridors that you go through, the little kind of like tunnels that lead from the airport into the plane. You know, those things. I built one of those. And then I didn't build an actual plane. I just kind of like pretended to be the plane myself. Actually, I don't think that many people know, but if you're in the creative menu and you go into transport, and it has all like, you can get like rails and things like, and boats and whatever. In that section, on the left-hand side, farthest like column on the left, and then the second row down, there's some wings. And if you get those wings, and then go on to the bit where you kind of got your inventory, and you go where, you know, it has your character's body, and then it has all, like, you can put the armor and things like that on. And if you put the wings on the chest area, then it gives you kind of like angel wings. and then you have to kind of get the knack of it. And I have got the knack of it now. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do, is to just like fly everywhere with the wings. And it's different from levitation, because obviously if you press double X, you can fly, and then if you press double X, you can fall again and just walk around normally. Well, if you press double X, sorry, you levitate. But with the wings, you can actually fly. So if you get like a running start, or if you jump off something, I mean, you can start it. This is how I started, by finding something high. You can levitate onto something high, and then if you jump off of it and then press X as you're falling, then your wings will spread out, and you can kind of like, you can start flying. And it's very fast. So if you want to, like, if you need to fly slower, I suggest levitation rather than flying. But I do love using the wings. I only have the base pack, but I do, you can explore the other packs, you just can't save them if you're not online, which I am not, because I can't be bothered trying to figure out how that would go. My autism really does stop me from doing a lot of things, because technology is one thing that, I know that I sound terribly old when I say this. I hope that I don't. But no, it's not that I'm afraid of technology necessarily. It's just that I feel like I can get quite overwhelmed with new technology, and new anything really. It can, and I feel like, kind of things going wrong with technology tends to freak me out. So I tend to try and keep things simple, because I think that the simpler something is, the less chance there is about me having a meltdown over something going wrong. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm like with technology. I want to be better with it, and I do try. But yeah, no, so I haven't gone online yet. I probably will find this whole other world that I'm missing out on, and I will review that if I decide to do that at some point. Jinx keeps bothering me to kind of go online and kind of like, buy things on The Sims. I will do a Sims review at some point as well, because I love Sims. And to like be able to go and see all the things in Minecraft, to go use other base packs. I have gone and explored a few of the other worlds that you can go in, like Steven Universe world, and you can go in, although I'm not a Steven Universe fan, I still did explore it. And you can go in Halloween world, appropriate for yesterday, and Christmas world. I love Christmas world so much. And I love like kind of all the different like blocks that you can use. So all the vines light up and look like fairy lights, and it's brilliant. And there's like a Christmas train, and so you can kind of like you can go and sleep in Santa's bed if you want to. And you can go and see where all the reindeer are. They don't have reindeer on Minecraft, which, by the way, Minecraft, what are you thinking? They don't have reindeer in the Christmas world. They don't have elves or anything. Like, they need to have like little mini villages that kind of look like elves, but they don't. So yeah, unless they do, and I just don't know about it. I don't know. Could be wrong. So yeah. I guess that's kind of everything, but you can explore. Oh, one of my favourite things to explore also is Norse mythology world, because I don't know if you guys know, I kind of love Viking things. I love everything to do with like Scandinavia right now. I mean, like, obviously I learn my Danish. I'm also trying to learn Norwegian, which, by the way, is harder than Danish, I think. So it's kind of cool to go in Norse mythology world, but they also have Greek mythology world, Egyptian mythology world, Chinese mythology world, so you can go and see all of those different things. If you're online, you can even save them and kind of make them like an actual world that you have, but since I'm not online, I can't save it, and so therefore, I just kind of enjoy it temporarily and then go off and do something else in the base game. But yeah, there's so many things. I mean, I literally suggest that you just explore so much, because like there's so much to see in all the different worlds you can visit. There's like a kind of a Skyrim world, I think, as well. Now, I've not played Skyrim. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what Skyrim even is. I might Google that after this. But it looks beautiful. The world, really, really nice. I really wish they'd do a Harry Potter one. Do a Harry Potter one. Minecraft, seriously, what are you thinking? Steven Universe, but not Harry Potter? I mean, I know that a lot of people have actually built Hogwarts on Minecraft, and those people are awesome and have more patience than me. But, I mean, seriously, like, have a Harry Potter world. What are you thinking? Why have you not? And also, what else? I mean, I will do a Jixie's Monthly Obsessions at some point because there's so many things that I'm obsessed with right now. So watch this space. I am sorry that I've not done a video in such a long time. In fact, to explain everything, this actually might be one of the last videos that you see of me in this house. I will probably be moving soon. I don't know where to yet, but so I mean this might not always be my background. I mean, coming to the end of living here, it's been a blast living in this house. I've loved living in this house, but now that's coming to an end, which sucks really, actually. But sort of things that are out of my control. So yeah, I mean, kind of, this won't always be my background. I'll be somewhere else, wherever that might be. So because I've been looking for somewhere to live, I've not really been doing any videos. So I'm really sorry about that. I will try and do some more videos. I might end up doing Jixie's Monthly Obsessions in the new place wherever I am. And then obviously once I start settling into my new place, I will do more and more videos again. It's just that this has been, really, hard time, having to find somewhere to live during lockdown, 2 months before Christmas. 2 months before Christmas. It's just been a really, really hard time, and really difficult, a really difficult time, which is why I've not done as many videos. And so, yeah, that's kind of what that's all about. I'm really sorry that I've just not, been able to do as much as I would normally be able to do. It's just been a really hard time in the life of Jixie. But yeah, I mean, to switch, to be a bit more happy. Sorry, guys. Dia de los Muertos, it's a happy day. It should be a happy day. I guess that's it, Minecraft-wise. I will try and put something out soon. If not, I mean, happy Dia de los Muertos to all of those that are celebrating it. And belated happy Halloween for yesterday, for those who celebrate that. And, I hope you have a good day, week, month. And I hope that you're all staying home, staying safe, and all that jazz.